What's good, y'all? Day 11 of my 31-day Halloween horror movie review challenge. And this one was on request. I was asked to check this movie out. It was called Clown in a Cornfield. I heard about it once, never seen a trailer about it, but I heard about the movie a while ago. And obviously I forgot about it. I was like, Clown in a Cornfield, that sounds familiar. Then I looked it up and I was like, oh, I remember that picture. I remember that. It was I think it had, if I remember correctly, a limited theater showing at one of my theaters and where I live. I think, if not, they had a poster up of it in that theater. But anyway, I went to check it out blindly. Did not know what I was going to get myself into. Did not watch the trailer. I was like, I want to watch this without knowing anything of what's going on. It looked like a slasher to me, and upon watching it, it was. So long story short, a father and daughter wanted to start a new life after an event that happened with them in the past. They wanted to start over, start fresh, and they decided to do it in this small city. Little do they know, that this city is haunted by a certain clown. A clown that has an agenda, something that you don't know till later in the movie. And they are unaware of it. So now, them, on top of the new friends the daughter made, has to survive in this city. But you also find out that there's another secret with this clown that a lot of people even in the city that lives in the city did not even know. So now they're learning more about this secret on top of not dying from the clown. The plot is basically that. So now, do I like it? Do I not like it? I like it. It was a good watch. It wasn't amazing, but for a slasher, it was good. It had its ups and downs. Now, I'm going to point out the ups and downs real quick. Well, first off, I want to give a shout out to this actor because I believe he's underrated. He doesn't get enough attention. I've seen him around for a while. He's always like a side actor, but I always think he does a good job whenever he's given something. And I think he had a really good role in this movie. His name was Kevin Durant. Hold on. Not Kevin Durant, like the basketball player. Kevin Durant. I never knew his real name, but this is the first time. But I've seen him in movies for a while, since I was a kid. And he's always, from what I've seen, been like the side character. I think he needs to get more upfront main character roles, because I believe he's really good. In this movie, he stood out, in my opinion. I believe he was the one that stood out. And he wasn't even, like I said, wasn't the main attraction. But anyway, the ups and downs of this movie was, well, the first part is the ups is it definitely delivers on the slasher part. This is a slasher horror movie, and I believe, in my opinion, it does it well. The clown kills were graphic. They were a little creative. Nothing drastic like, oh my goodness, I've never seen that before. But it was an interesting one. I'll give a little spoiler of one of the kills. It was one where a guy was doing weights and he was doing it by himself. And a clown came behind him, held the bar of the bench press and put, I forgot what you call those, but what used to call them kind of weapon, tools? I forgot. It was basically some kind of knife, but he put it on the bar and the guy's arms are giving out because he was already doing a lot for him, and that was like one of his last reps because his arms were getting tired. So his arms were already tired, and so the clown was playing with him all the way till his arms gave out, and then the rest took the head off. It's kills like that I thought was executed pretty well. The downside for me was it wasn't enough clown action. I wanted more, to be real with you. There was a lot of high school drama, a lot of high school situations. Personally, I didn't care for that at all. The acting of it was pretty cringe. There was this one lady, I forgot her name, but she was in the friend group. She was the most annoying one. Everything she did, she had to be extra about it. She was extra freaked out. Everything, she was extra loud and just extra emotional I don't even know if that was part of the script, but that was just how she acts. I don't know, but all I do know is it was annoying. So in the high school romance and all that stuff, I understand that, that's how high schoolers act for the most part, but some of it was blown out of proportion. And in my opinion, it was too long. It would be like 15, 20 minutes before you get a clown kill. And in that 15, 20 minutes, there's a lot of high school drama and, disobeying the dad and going out for drinks as high schoolers and stuff like that. They overdid it. So I believe if they shortened it, I wouldn't have minded as much. But because of how long it was, and then after like 20 minutes, you get a clown kill, then it'll go on for another 10 or 15 minutes, and it was like, okay, this is too long. It's still a good watch, but That I if I knew when the clowns would come, I would have just fast forward because then the moments that they did show wasn't really important for you to remember. It's not that kind of movie where you're like a mysterious thing where you have to rewind it. Hold up. Something she said is going to connect to. It wasn't that kind of movie. You could literally fast forward a lot of that situation, those situations with the high schooler kids, and it wouldn't have messed up anything. So outside of that, now another good part is half of the second to third act, the surprise of what is really going on with the clown, I believe was pretty good. I believe it was pretty good. It was interesting. I had a feeling, but not to this extent. I had was something that was going on. I had a feeling on one of the aspects of the clown, but the whole opening to it, I was like, oh wow, that was good, and the execution on it, I think was done well. So definitely good pointers to them. The long traction with the kids, as I was talking about before, paid off at the least when it came to that half of the second to third act. Oh, another thing too that I think was a good up in points with this is the attitude of the clown. The attitude of the clown was pretty cool. It had a little bit of Scream Ghostface influence with it. Like there was a moment where there was these three girls hiding in the cornfield, high away from the clown, and one of them, that one that was annoying, was like I said, being extra. She was, "We're going to die," making noise. Like it was like, bro, you see the clown walking around. But anyway, that's not the point. But she was like, "We're going to die," and one of the friends grabbed her mouth like, "Shut up!" And while she's grabbing her mouth, she's panicking. She's like, so the other friend comes over, grabs her mouth. Now there's nobody else to hold the last one's mouth, so she's sitting there. Then you just see a clown glove come and hold her mouth, and she's like, and the clown just gets next to him, just taunting them. I thought that was cool. It was stupid, but in a fun way. Yeah, it's just stuff like that. The clown had a couple moments like that I thought was pretty cool. Some attitude. The clown had a little attitude with him, and I like they gave a little bit more character to the clown. So I thought that was executed well. But yeah, overall, I'm glad I was asked to check it out. It's nothing that's going to stand out as one of the legendary slasher movies, but it was a good first watch. Would I watch it again? Probably not. I would if like a friend was watching at their house. I wouldn't be sitting there like, no, I would, I could chill. But it's a one and done for me. It was good enough to see it the one time. You know what I'm saying? As a person I'm a fan of slasher movies. Like I've seen Hard Eyes, Thanksgiving, all them other ones. It kind of had that feel to it. Just with the high school kids, which to be real, that was the only part for me that really was just like, okay, and how long it was. I don't have a problem with the high school kids. It was just how long they made that. There were a couple people in this movie, it was hard for me to believe they was in high school. The main actress, she was supposed to be a 16 or 17-year-old, one of them, no, 17. I did not believe that. I was like, 17? Okay. But again, that did not mess up the movie. It was just something I just noticed. But overall, it was good. I'll put it like that. It was good. So, day 11 out the way. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I am interested in seeing what else I'm gonna check out here. Today I'm scrolling through Shudder, and I'm noticing some movies that I told myself I was gonna watch and I never did. So I'm gonna put that on my list. But yeah, stay tuned for tomorrow. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to us and supporting. I appreciate it. This is something fun. So now that this is 11, I got 20 more to do. 20 movies, and then we have 31. We got this. All right, I'll see you later.